What's going on, guys? It's your boy Lil Flossie, and we back with another video. You already know how I do. Now, I know I've been on like a week-long hiatus, but I've been busy. I've been at work. I've been doing music videos and stuff. So forgive me for that. But we coming back at you with another video. It's Saturday, so you already know what that means. It's Scary Saturday. And you know, if you're new to the channel, go ahead, subscribe, like this video, share it with your friends, leave a comment down below. But I ain't even gonna hold y'all like that. Let's go ahead and get into the spooky, scary, mysterious Mysterio. This one is from Llama Arts. It's called Sleepover Stories Animated. So it's gonna be some animated scary stories. But yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and do what it do. Get into the do. Ha ha. Ha ha. Nah, let me chill. But we're gonna go ahead and get into this. Let's take a look.
This happened when I was 15 years old. My best friend Anthony wanted me to come over for the night since his parents would be gone all weekend. I rode my bike over and put it in his backyard before letting myself in through his back door.
You let yourself in.
We played basically every video game he had, from FIFA all the way to Call of Duty, with popcorn and other junk food spilled out all over the floor. As the night progressed, we moved from video games to watching half a movie and getting bored to doing prank calls at close to 10 o'clock. Anthony made
I
a few
remember
calls
doing
to
some
different
stuff like
pizza
that with my
places.
cousins.
When it was my turn, I just dialed a few random numbers in hopes to get someone at their house. On, say, my fourth attempt, I finally reached somebody. A guy with a deep and rough voice picked up, answering with a yeah instead of a hello. Anthony's laughing in the background made me stumble with my words mid-sentence, ultimately cracking up into laughter. I had never done a prank call, so I sucked at it.
Hell no.
The guy on the other end was silent. I regained a straight face and tried to continue with the call. It went something like this. Sir, would it be alright if I borrowed one of the wheels from your car? What's your name, kid? My name is Bob. Really? You sure it's not Anthony? It hit me like a brick. I looked up at Anthony, whose face was noticeably full of fear.
Heck no.
I hung up the phone, not wanting to be on the line with whoever that was for another second.
That remind me of that Caleb City Vaughn.
Who the hell was
He was
that?
like, this not your door we knocking on? This not your door?
I don't know.
Open up.
Me. Does your caller ID info display your name or something? No, it shows my dad's name. We hopped on the computer and did some research, trying to figure out how it was possible to get someone's name through their phone number. It didn't make sense how he could get Anthony's name so quickly. He was way too young at the time to be on any of those personal information sharing websites. We ended up asking a question on Yahoo Answers, since no one had a similar experience. The question turned up no answers. I suggested he call his dad, but he said he wasn't supposed to have anybody over for the weekend, so he didn't want to call.
Yep.
We planned on sleeping in the living room, so we just resumed watching the movie that we hadn't finished from earlier. Right after the phone call had left my mind, me and Anthony looked at each other when we heard his front storm door opening, and then the doorknob to the front door began to turn. It only was able to turn about halfway before the lock restricted it. Anthony turned off the TV, and I went over to the window to see who it was. I spread the blinds open. There was a tall guy standing outside. He noticed the blinds moving and turned to look at me. I practically threw the blinds back into place. Me and Anthony hid in the kitchen, listening for any more noises. We heard the sound of the gate to the backyard opening, as it was right outside the kitchen window. God damn it, I said. I forgot to shut the back door. Anthony urged me to run and shut it. I made it to the hallway leading to his back door and froze. There was a silhouette standing outside the back door. I don't think he noticed me, but he was surely looking into the house. He opened the door and stepped inside. I tiptoed to the kitchen and motioned for Anthony to follow me upstairs. We made it to his room as quietly as possible,
This nigga
pulling the
had
door shut
cobwebs
to
in
avoid
his
making
room.
any noise. We crawled under his bed. He had cloth covering the bottom of his bed, so you couldn't see anything under it unless you actually moved the cloth. The doors downstairs all opened, each one getting closer to the stairs. Thumps finally began up the stairs, and he was right outside the door now.
Bro, y'all should have had.
The
Y'all
door
was
to the
gonna have
room
to
opened.
take him, bro.
I could hear Anthony's breathing. It was too loud. Footsteps moved over to the closet, and then the closet opened. I could hear the coat hangers being slid around as the fabric of the jackets and coats rubbed against each other. Footsteps moved over to the bed and stopped. I felt like my heart was about to explode out of my chest. Anthony's breathing was too loud. I had to cover his mouth with my hand. Nothing but silence in the room now. We laid still
Nah,
for
bro,
so
I
long.
don't trust
I
that.
almost thought he wasn't even in the room anymore. I moved my hand away from Anthony's mouth and whispered in his ear, "You think we can make a run for it?"
No, bro. Just
He was
wait.
about to answer when the most disturbing, memory-haunting scream I'd ever heard filled my ears as Anthony was seemingly dragged out from under the bed. I crawled out and saw him struggling with the man. I desperately looked around for anything to use as a weapon. I saw
lamp!
a screwdriver sitting
The
on his
lamp
nightstand.
screwdriver?
I hurried over to the man and drove the screwdriver into his back. He let go of Anthony as he let out a scream of agony, giving us time to get the hell out of the house. Running onto the road would give away our position too easily. It would take too long to make it to his neighbor's house. We dove for the
How
tree
far did
line in
his
the woods
neighbors
and took
live?
cover behind a bush, watching the house. The back door opened as the man stepped outside, looking around the backyard. He then looked out to the woods. I felt his eyes pass me as he scanned through the tree line. It seemed that it was too dark for him to see us. Then, he turned his head back in our direction. I ducked behind the bush. "Joe, he's coming." "What?" "Dude, get up, we gotta run." He was
Nah,
right.
for real,
The
bro.
man
We
was
gotta
approaching
go.
us fast.
He was
How could he
sprinting.
have seen us? We ran through the woods with the leaves crunching under us, giving away our position. When Anthony tripped over something, I crouched down with him,
Bruh.
hoping we had run far enough. Not even 20 seconds later, oncoming footsteps from the direction we were running from came fast. They
Bruh.
slowed down only 2 trees away from us as we lay face down in the leaves. Moments later, the footsteps take off in another direction. We waited until we could no longer hear them and took off back in the direction of the house.
Yeah.
While running, over the sound of leaves crushing and my heavy breathing, I could swear I heard leaves crushing from behind us. We made it back to his backyard, into his house, and this time remembering to shut the back door.
Please.
We were now able to call the police. Anthony stayed on the line with them, while I patrolled the back windows, making sure nobody was out there. It was so dark though, I couldn't see anything. So I did something that seems stupid today. I turned on his backyard lights, and immediately in the distance, over by the woods, I saw him, standing in front of a big tree. He turned off back into the woods and disappeared out of sight. That was the last time me or Anthony ever saw him. I would be lying if I told you we heard the occasional knocks at our windows or something cliche. No, that was it. 5 years have passed and nothing has happened.
Did y'all want
Do
something?
I wonder
to
if it
pop
was
off
somehow
again?
linked to the prank call? Maybe. Does it make sense? Not really. But yeah, this was the story of how me and my still best friend Anthony almost died during a break-in.
That nigga almost got murdered. Wow. That's crazy, bro. It's like looking for anything to use as a weapon. It's a whole lamp right there. I mean, you grabbed a screwdriver was good, but I mean, straight up, no cap, I probably wouldn't even noticed it. Just grab the lamp. Crack me in the head with a bottle. But yep, that's the only one we got for the day. I'm kind of short on time, but you know, if you want to come back later this week or next weekend, always gonna have a new video for you guys. So make sure you go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share this with your friends, and I'll see you guys next time. Lil Flossie out. Peace.